Ever wondered how some normal airdrop farmers are making $1,000, $3,000, or even $10,000 from the same airdrop that you are mining? Meanwhile, you are stuck making $5 and $10 from that same airdrop. Now, it is not luck, it is not connection. They are simply using a strategy that 99% of airdrop farmers are not using. And in this video, I'm going to share with you that strategy and how you can carry out this particular strategy using a powerful tool called Octobrowser. You see, the real money from airdrop doesn't really come from doing one account like everybody else. It comes from scaling, creating, and managing multiple airdrop accounts smartly without getting banned, flagged, or disqualified. Now, here is the catch. Doing it with a VPN or switching your browser do not work anymore. Most airdrop have algorithm that will track down your VPN and get your account flagged. A lot of you experience that with many of the airdrops that we farmed, including Hamster Combat. Most airdrop have algorithm that can track your fingerprint, your behavior, and even your device ID, making it difficult for you to actually outsmart them using VPNs. But that is where Octobrowser comes in. It is not just a browser, it is a powerful anti-detect system that helps you create multiple isolated browser profiles. Each profile you create with Octobrowser acts as a completely different person with its own different fingerprint, device, and location. So you do not need a VPN, you do not need multiple devices or buy multiple phones to farm one airdrop. And also with Octobrowser, you can avoid getting flagged, banned, or disqualified while partaking or performing airdrop tasks. So in this video, I'm going to share with you what Octobrowser is all about and share with you a quick tutorial on how to use Octobrowser to create isolated browser profiles, each acting as a completely different human being with its own fingerprint, device, and location. I'm going to share with you how you can farm multiple airdrop across the different isolated profiles that you create in order for you to scale up your airdrop earnings from just making $5, $10 from the airdrop to making $1,000 to $10,000 from one particular airdrop by creating multiple accounts. So quickly, let me go into my computer screen and share this with you. So the link to Octobrowser is going to be in the description of this video, and also you can check out the description to get my promo code and use it to get some exciting discount on your first purchase for Octobrowser. But as you can see, Octobrowser is an anti-detect browser for multiple accounting that allows you to do a whole lot of things. You can see right here, you can create new digital identity, protect your data, device, software parameters from digital tracking. No software, no AI will be able to track your activity using a anti-detect browser like Octobrowser. Digital agency, you can use it for affiliate marketing to create multiple ads accounts on Facebook and Google Ads. You can use it for e-commerce to create your stores. And as you can see right here, you can optimize your engagement on different airdrops. Yes, you can go for airdrops, bonus hunting, you can go for ticketing, you can go for content monetization, website scrapping, a lot of functions that a anti-detect browser can do for you. And as you can see right here, you can actually start for as low as €7, as you can see, per month, and you can create up to 3 profiles. So if an airdrop, for instance, pays $100, similar to what Dog, I think Dog paid me $150. With 3 profiles, you get to earn $450 instead of $150 for just one account. And as you can see, you can actually use an anti-detect browser to create multiple accounts. You see right here, we can increase our account to like 30 profiles. And as you can see, just $35. So if I have 30 profiles, it means I can create at least, for right here, X Empire, I can create 30 accounts for X Empire airdrop. And X Empire actually paid me $100. If you multiply that by 30 profiles, that is 30 X Empire accounts, that is going to be $3,000. So you see how it works. So for airdrops like Major that paid me $200 and I have 30 profiles, I should make $6,000 from that. Like I said, each profile that you create is very different from using a VPN, because with each profile, you can set up parameters like I want this profile to act as if I am using a laptop. Meanwhile, you're operating it from a phone. Now, let me cover that with you. Once you go on to Octobrowser right here, you want to go ahead and click on to more, click on to download right here, and then you can go ahead and download it on your Windows, Mac right here. So go ahead and download it. So download it and install it to your computer. Now, once you are done installing it and you open that on your device, it's going to show you something like this. And let me share with you how to actually create a profile. Now, there are two options right here. We have the quick profile option and we have the create profile. For quick profile, we can just simply tap on it right here and it creates a profile for us with just one click. So you see right here, just created this profile and we can click onto this to click on to start. And when we click on to start, give it a bit of time. Once the connection is established, it's going to actually open us a page. You can see what it's doing right here. It's opening us a new browser page. Now, this browser page is very different from my Chrome browser. This is inside Octobrowser. We just created a new profile. Now, with this profile, we can go ahead and start creating new Telegram accounts. We can create new Google Gmails. We can create everything we need with this particular profile and start farming airdrop with this particular profile. Now, this is just for quick profile, but let me share with you how to create unique profile where we can actually establish the parameters that we want to use for that particular profile. So let's say we click onto profile right here. The first thing you want to do is to name your profile. So let me just go ahead and name this airdrop account 1. And then we can add a description. So I think I'm just going to copy this and just paste that. The description doesn't really matter. Now, proxy, we need a proxy. Now, one important of using a proxy is that you can actually hide your IP address by using a proxy. So sometimes I would advise you use a proxy. And the good thing about Octobrowser is that they have their inbuilt proxy, which I'm going to share with you. But for right now, let me just go ahead and select my proxy. So I selected my proxy. This allows my IP address to be changed. With a VPN just change your IP address and that somebody can still track you and do everything to you. But then with an anti-detect browser and also using a proxy, your IP address is changed and also your fingerprint, your device, your location, everything is changed. You can even change your microphone type. I'm going to show you everything. So we've added our proxy. This is tags. We can easily just, okay, we want to add tags like use names of the airdrop so that we know what accounts we are using this for. So we add like hamster combat, we can create and add, let's say dogs, for instance, we can create. So let me add some airdrops that are popular right now, like 3 dogs right here. So we can just use this tag to be able to identify, okay, this is what we use this particular profile for. So I'm just going to do that. Now, moving on, start bookmark. This is where you can add links or sites that you want to be open. So we can add www.google. So these are profiles that once we click on to start, it immediately gives us this URL. So we can start with just adding Google. Now, that is all. You can import your bookmark. So from your normal browser, you can import all of your bookmark right here. But we are going to leave this as it is. Now we have like storage setting. We click onto it. Take a look at this. If we want this new profile to store cookies, we can do that. Password, we want it to have its own history. We want to add extension, bookmark. We can do all of these. Now, once we are done with this, we go on to fingerprint. Now, this is where you set up your screen resolution, the type of operating system you want. Take a look at this. A lot of things is going on here. So we have this, our user agent is default. Now, operating system. Now, this system I'm using is a Windows computer, but I can actually go ahead and use Mac Intel. So, to my airdrop algorithm, so if we are like farming hamster combat, for instance, to the hamster combat algorithm, even though I am operating this from a Windows, it's going to show Mac OS. We've changed our device. That is what an anti-detect browser does for you. So we can also put Windows, and this system is actually Windows 10, and I can just leave it at Windows 11. So to the airdrop system and algorithm that wants to flag us, meanwhile our system is Windows 10, they're actually going to be seeing Windows 11 because this is the settings on our anti-detect browser. So you see screen resolution, we can change this screen resolution to any type of our choice. So you see what it's doing right here. It's not just changing your IP address that a normal VPN would do for you. It is changing everything about your system. And so the information that is out there is completely different from the information that you are actually using. You can also change font, language, time zone, geolocation. You can change your hardware settings, your CPU cores. You can increase the numbers to like 6. Your RAM size, you can increase it to 16. I think my laptop should be 16. I can increase it, reduce it to 4. You can see render. You can adjust any of these things that you want. right here, hardware, noise, canvas, audio, anyone you want. How many cameras do you want your system to have? 5, you can add it. Microphone, 6, speaker, 14. Imagine a device with 14 speaker. My laptop do not have that. But with an anti-detect browser, we can set this to give ourselves a new identity online, that any airdrop algorithm whatsoever, any AI algorithm will not be able to detect that we are actually creating multiple accounts. It sees us as a completely different person. Now, once we are done, we can go for cookies, add cookies, securities, you can do that. Extensions, if there are some extensions you want to add, like what I'm talking about right here is like, let's say we are farming airdrop like 3dogs. 3dogs has its own extension. I should add the extension or search for the extension here. Any extension, we can add it here. Now remember, we can always create this profile. So I'm going to create the profile, and then we can always come back and add and edit it. So you see, this is the account. I can go right here, click onto this, edit profile, and if there's something or a new extension I want to add, just go into extension right here and add it right here. Let's see if I can search. Is it possible? All right, let's see. We just need to add the links from Chrome Web Store, so which I do not have, so I'm just going to leave that. So we can add a new extension and then add it there. So once we are done like this, so you see we've tagged it, we can now go ahead and click on to start. Now it's going to establish connection, and once it establishes connection, it's going to load up our new profile. So take a look at this. Take a look at this, guys. This is our new profile that has been loaded up. As you can see, airdrop account 1. Now we can use this account and search for, like, let's go ahead, 3dogs airdrop. So right here you can see we've just loaded up this page for 3dogs, so we can actually go ahead and mine 3dogs airdrop. We can go right here and search for gradient. I think there's gradient airdrop, and then we can go ahead and sign up to gradient airdrop with a new profile. We can create new Gmails. Yes, we can create a new Gmail account, a new YouTube channel, anything at all we can create. So this is a secret. So we can create a new Gmail. We can actually go ahead and then create a Telegram and mine all of those Telegram airdrops. If we want to do mobile airdrops or those airdrops that can be mined using a system, we can always do that with multiple accounts. And I can minimize this and we can always go back to it. So I'm going to actually just stop here. Now you can see right here, just on this account, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 accounts. We can decide to create an account. We can even make this template and then start using this to create multiple accounts. So that is how it works. Now remember, there is something I said to you, that adding a proxy will allow you not just to create a new device in different fingerprints online, but also masking or hiding your IP address. So Octobrowser has its own inbuilt proxy, and this is what you need to do. You just need to go onto proxy right here, and as you can see, I have my own proxy right here. So I'm using if proxy. You can use any of these proxies, but all of these proxies are good proxy, and you can actually go ahead and buy a proxy. To buy a proxy is very, very cheap. You can click on to buy proxy. As you can see, my available traffic for my proxy is around 0.8. For to top up, I can click on to top up right here, and it's going to load this. For just 3.5 euros, you can get up to like 1 gig. That is actually what I spent to get my proxy. And with this account and with that single proxy, I can create multiple proxy, which means giving myself multiple IP address, and use that to create isolated multiple browser, which I can use to farm airdrops. Now, one thing I want to share with you right here is that for one profile that you create, you can use it for multiple airdrops. So you don't need to create 20 profiles for Hamster Combat and then create a new 20 profile for dogs. No, you don't need to do that. What you can simply do is create 20 profiles, and each profile you can farm Hamster Combat, dogs, 3 dot, gradient, entity, all of those airdrop on one profile. Second profile, you do the same. So you have 20 profiles, and all of those profiles, each profiles have multiple airdrops in all of them. That is how you can get the most out of using Octobrowser. Now, this is the secret most airdrop farmers, especially normal airdrop farmers that are not influencers, this is the secret they are using to actually increase their airdrop allocation every single time they farm any particular airdrop. A lot of people do not really focus on farming multiple airdrop. Instead, they look out for the best 5 to farm and then use anti-detect browsers like Octobrowser to create multiple accounts on these 5 best airdrop they've established, and then they go ahead and make the most out of those airdrop. So guys, I wanted to share with you this secret so that moving forward, you will know the best way to actually approach farming airdrop in 2025 and even beyond. Now remember, the link to Octobrowser is in the description, and also I have a unique promo code that will give you some exciting discounts, so check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.